So you want to start off by prepping your dye. Yes, I use a box dye. I use Garnier Nutrice number 4, I think it is, which is dark brown. Take off that little grey ring and you put the lid back on, which is what's going to pierce the barrier so that you can get the cream out. Squeeze the cream into the developer fluid. Make sure you've got it all. Last time I dyed my hair I didn't get it all, and it was noticeably lighter in my opinion anyway. So squeeze all that in, get every little last drop out. Go on, give it a good squeeze. Put the top back on and shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. Now, I don't bother with the gloves that they give you because, quite frankly, they're crap. So I bought some gloves from the supermarket, which, you know, they aren't much better, but they are a little bit stronger. And then I just take my hair down. This is applied to dry hair. I've got tea ready look, and I just go for it. And all I do, it's just me checking that you can see me, I just squish it on and rub it in, and I do that all over. I go in amongst all the dreads with the nozzle of the applicator bottle and just work at making sure that I coat the roots. I'm not worried about dyeing the rest of my hair. The dye doesn't seem to lift off the rest of my hair, so I don't worry about it. I am just dyeing my roots because they are white, you guys, like white. So we are going to just keep going, making sure the roots are all covered. I use the entire bottle. I flip my hair around, and then after a while I put it on my hands, I rub my hands together, and then I just massage it in using my hands. The whole process probably takes not even 10 minutes to do. I've sped it up a little bit for you, but not a huge amount. Yeah, I just go through the entire bottle and make sure everything is covered. What I do after I've finished dyeing is I apply a shower cap, a big one that I bought on the internet that will hold all my hair. I just twist it all up into a sort of bun thing, and then I put the shower cap on, and then I will go off and I'll grab a towel and I will wrap that around the top of it. If the towel is warm, that's a bonus because the heat helps your hair develop. I'm just washing the gloves off. They stick to your hands, then they're not very nice. And then this is me just wrapping a towel up, and this just helps the heat develop it up. I started at 12:24, and then I went and I sat and I ate chocolate while watching YouTube, waiting for it to develop. And I probably waited about an hour, I would say. After almost an hour, I went back upstairs and started the rinsing process. You don't want the water too hot because really hot water can actually damage your hair. So I like to have a sort of lukish warm water while I'm rinsing. And yeah, I was probably upstairs for about 15-20 minutes rinsing. Towards the end I turn the hot off and I just have cold, and I really go at it with just cold water. Cold water helps close your follicles, it helps prevent frizz and all of that lot. But yeah, it's just, me rinsing my hair really. It probably doesn't go completely clear, but it's as close as I'm going to get it. It's really, really hard to get it to run completely clear when you've got dreads. This is the secret to when you're dyeing it, is you don't squeeze the dye into the dreadlocks, because otherwise it just ends up as a messy goo inside your locks, and then that is almost impossible to get out. So yeah, now I'm just going to wrap it all up and head off back downstairs. Now you want to sit for 20-30 minutes until your hair is almost dry. You don't want it super dry, just so that it's not dripping, because you're going to be sat here for a while rubbing aloe vera gel into it and braiding it. You want a load of these hair bands and some aloe vera gel. and we will get going once this is dry. If your towel gets super wet, go and swap it out for a dry one and wait a little bit longer until you are no longer soaked. Okay, so my hair is probably about as dry as it's going to get. I put a band around the end of the towel just to help hold everything up. I can smell the dye in my hair. I love the smell of hair dye. So I'm just going to put that there. There you go, nice dark rose, yay! Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to braid it, okay? But what I want to try and do is braid the long ones together and the shorter ones together, because otherwise you end up with a bit of a mess. So I'm just going to sort through and try and get all the long ones together. I'm waiting for extensions on the other ones. Right, so, oops. That should all be long ones at the back. Yeah, more or less, I think. I'm going to put those together, I think. Okay, so I don't know what is going on with my phone, you guys. It stopped like 2 or 3 times and I gave up in the end. So all the shorty ones are now done. I've just got the longy ones to do. They're almost dry. So I'm going to have to spray these as I go, as I have been doing. You saw me using this. This is my oil and water spray. This also helps hydrate the hair. Fucking autofocus is on. It's not supposed to be. Yeah, so other ways you can help keep your hair hydrated, I'll just do this while I sort out the autofocus, is sleep with a satin bonnet. Every night I wear a satin bonnet and that is what I sleep with, because it helps my hair. It's good for my hair, it helps my hair and all of that lot, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, because my doohickeys are on, aren't they? My crop is on, so I think. I don't know what's going on. Help me! Oh, why is... Oh, I don't know what is going on. Oops. Fit to screen? No. Okay. Stretch to screen. Fucking thing. This is pissing me off now. I don't know what's going on. And now it's flipped me, hasn't it? I'll be back in a minute. It won't do it. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this stupid thing. So you just have to put up with it like that, guys, I'm afraid. So what I'm going to do now, just to get it all out of the way, I am going to plonk all this in a hairband on top of my head. Probably the one that's holding my dress back out of the way, actually. Now, these are long, so this is going to take me a little bit longer to do. So, the best way to do it is to obviously get dreads that are close to each other on the root system, because they don't pull quite so much. Obviously, sometimes you make a mistake. There's one that I forgot, so I'm going to... Now, what have I got going on there? That feels like a braid, so I'm going to pull that through, because that is a top one. So I'm looking for one close to these three. You've got to find where your roots are, you know, because you don't want a whole load. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a multiple here. I'm going to use 4 because I've got one really short one. So you're going to start off by wetting it with your mix. Smoothing that in, and then you want some gel on your hands. And you start with dread number 1. Smooth that down. If you think it needs a palm roll, give it a palm roll. Mine do really more at the top than anywhere, you know. Palm rolling will help any fuzzies disappear. Also help the locking process. So you want to palm roll down the shaft of the dread, like so. Especially if you can see any lumps or bumps, it will help get rid of those as well. Now I will join this one with one
Mom,
next to it.
this is going to be the best thing.
The short one.
That you've heard.
And then
I just first guess from the dragon fruit, and I'm going to get the dragon.
Okay. And I'm going to do a 3-strand braid, but one of my strands is actually going to be made up of 2 strands instead of just one.
I'm Hassan.
It's shorter than the other ones. And then, do here, I've got confused somewhere down here. So go like that. I'm just using the excess gel on my hands to help tidy it out because mine are quite fuzzy, it appears. I didn't think they were that bad, but they are. And you just go all the way to the bottom, like so. Grab a hairband and lock into place. I'm sorry if you could hear my son in the other room. He's playing on the PlayStation and he's on a new bit that he's not done before. There you go. So there you are. Now I might actually pull this one out a little bit because it's interfering with the ones I've got loose that I'm trying to figure out. So if I just bring that one down, not that one, that one, so I can keep it out of the way. I don't know whether I've got one I can attach this to. I may flip that over the other side then. Okay, so I've got another short one there. That's supposed to be tangled up with that one, I think. Okay, we need to start this again. Okay, so yeah, I've got a short one there. Don't know how I missed that one. I know I missed that. I'm not bothered that I missed that. I might use that in a minute. So, unfortunately, I don't know if I've got anything that I can attach that to. Let's have a good feel. Up here. I think I've got all of these. My arms are getting tired. No, I've got. I could do those like that as a top knot type one, which I might have to do. But, that's not, okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So we'll start off by spraying it. I thought I was being clever by putting it all up in a top knot, but I guess not. So that's some gel. Don't feel that you've got to use like skimp on the gel. You can use quite a nice amount. Don't forget it is organic. Well, the one I'm using is anyway. Can we just say, I mean, look at the sectioning on the top of my head when I lean forward. It's really neat, which I'm quite surprised at because I've had no professional maintenance done at all. I do all my maintenance myself, but my sections look really nice. Yeah, what I should have done was I should have started at the nape of my neck and done the long ones first, so that I wasn't trying to root through braids on the top of my head. It would have been a lot easier if I had done it that way. That is usually the way that I do it. I don't know why I decided to do the top ones first, but you know, there you go. So yeah, basically you just get a load of gel on your hands, you coat your dreadlock, palm roll it. Palm rolling helps get rid of any lumps, bumps, wispy hairs, and it helps tighten the dreadlock as well. Okay, so it is a all-round plus plus sort of thing, really. And what you do is you do that on each of the 3 that you've chosen to do, and then you braid them together. If you have an extra long one, what I do when I get to the end of the braid is I loop the long one back up around the braid itself, and then I stick a band on the end, and that's it really. The most important thing is to wait for the braids to dry before you take them out. I do it at least overnight, if not over a couple of nights. Now, unfortunately, my phone memory was full and I did lose footage, so I apologise that the end is a bit sudden. Okay. I've got a few that are a little tight that I may have to adjust. Oh God, I hope I'm still recording. Oh, hello. There we are. I look silly, but you know, that's fine. So, yeah, some of them are a bit tight, so I may have to adjust them. But they are all gelled and all of that lot. Now, you have to wait for your hair to dry. Your hair has to completely and utterly dry before bedtime. So, if you do not have a hairdryer, stay up late. I don't have a hairdryer, and it is now 3:20, so I don't know what time I'm going to get to bed tonight. You know, we'll see. We'll see. How long will I keep these in for? Depends, really. Really does depend. They might be dry by tomorrow completely. So I might take them out tomorrow. I'm not going anywhere, so if I can handle it, I might keep them in until Wednesday, but I've got to go up early because I've got a nail appointment Wednesday. Finally. I normally have long acrylic nails, but my son had COVID over my last appointment and I couldn't go. So yeah, it's the trick is not braiding them tight at the roots, because if they braid tight as they dry, they like that, and they're really uncomfortable. But that's what it looks like at the back. Pretty sure I got them all. So, but I want to do this. This is a test run basically, because I will be braiding my hair and dyeing my hair in another month, just before I go up to my friend's wedding, and I want to see how full it all looks like when it's all braided and that. So I will be back on maybe tomorrow, probably, excuse me, hiccups, probably Wednesday, to show you how gorgeous it looks. You may be wondering why there's no dye there. That's synthetic there. But on some of them, I don't dye all the way down. I dye my roots, okay? The dye holds in the rest of my hair. I've never felt it necessary to bring the dye down my hair. So I literally just dye my roots, which, you know, they look fab. Yes, they look fab. The crinkle should hold until I either brush my locks, which I do sometimes with a softball bristle brush, or until I wash them again. If you do this and you suddenly think, oh, you know what, you know, I've got this braid and I'm really, really not happy with it, what you can do is you can wrap it around your dread like so. Okay. And then just tuck the tail into the band at the bottom, and it'll just keep it out of the way and stop it flapping about and getting in on your nerves. I can't get hold of the band at the bottom because my hands are all slippery from the gel. There you go. So like that. Okay, and it'll keep it all nice and decorated. So a little tight, little tight. We'll see how they go. If they are really, really tight tonight, what I will do is I will undo it, I will spray it with this stuff again, and then I will rebraid. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you later on. It's time to take it down. I've got just enough time before I go off to get my nails done. It is Wednesday morning, it's 9:30. It's not hugely crinkly, but it is a little bit. I've just remembered I haven't sprayed my face with makeup spray and spray. Do all this work and then forget to set the fucking thing. Right. I don't think it's going to be hugely crinkly. I think I should have made my hair a little bit wetter before braiding it.